On Friday, the NFL's most downtrodden fan base watched their fifth-round draft pick have a good game and announced in unison, "I'm a Browns fan and I am ready to be heard again." And I think that's fine. I'm done urging caution in these situations. There is a variety of Browns fans naturally predisposed towards irrational devotion to unproven quarterbacks, blinded by imperfections and seeing only virtues. These Brown QB cultists are certain that the 31 other NFL regimes simply couldn't recognize the Hall of Fame potential in Shedeur Sanders that they alone could perceive. And they will not be swayed by your meddlesome analytics. Investing desperate hope in unproven quarterbacks isn't new for this fan base. In fact, it's a tradition tracing back to Tim Couch, the OG of unfair rookie quarterback expectations. But this brand of rabid devotion really took off with the Money Manziel mania. When that failed, they morphed into Baker Bros, then hopped on the Watson wagon to preach the gospel of Deshaun while dismissing detractors as judgmental haters. Fortunately, this contingent now has a brand new quarterback for their allegiance, Dillon Gabriel. I'm kidding. I'm not talking about the quarterback they drafted 2 rounds earlier. That guy's dead to us, right? I'm talking about this guy. Shedeur's fan base has yet to be nicknamed, so let's just use the Shedeur core until we find something better. And if they had any lingering doubts about Sanders' eventual enshrinement in Canton, those vanished after his debut Friday against the second-string unit of one of the NFL's worst teams. He completed 14 of 23 passes for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. And as expected, the Browns fan base took it with a grain of salt and did not overreact.
I almost, and this is tough to say, but I almost find absolutely no flaws in any of it.
The Browns organization expressed excitement about his performance, but wisely refused to assign too much meaning to one preseason game. So as of now, the Browns QB depth chart remains QB1, Joe Flacco, QB2, Kenny Pickett, QB3, Dillon Gabriel, QB4, Shedeur Sanders, QB5, Tyler Huntley, and QB6, Deshaun Watson. Now, because we're recording this at 2 p.m., the Browns may have signed 2 or 3 more quarterbacks before this segment reaches air. And if so, I apologize for the confusion. None of this is to dismiss Shedeur's accomplishment. He looked great and did exactly what he was supposed to do. He took advantage of his opportunity. Can he replicate that and become a legit NFL quarterback? Maybe. Maybe not. But when a fan base has been as brutalized as ours, it's easy to understand why we'd embrace the kind of thinking that sees instant salvation in a charismatic 5th-round draft pick. Maybe the Shedeur core will be proven right. Maybe he'll finally be the one. Probability says eventually the Browns will stumble onto the right quarterback. Maybe we found him. Or maybe our hopes will be dashed once again. Still, isn't it nice to have some hope to dash? Stay strong, Brownstown. Here we go again.
Now, you didn't agree with my inclusion of your
I'm almost offended by it. I mean, you know how you say, hey, oh, that's out of context.
Right.
We were giving grades on Shedeur. And by the way, I give him a solid A. Mm-hmm. Here's what he did. Everything you would want him to do. Here's the problem with that. It was against guys that won't be playing football in September.
True.
So that's a big part of it. Also, the offense was as simplistic as it can be. Mm-hmm. You know, you're not going to face exotic blitzes. There's not a lot of blitz pickups. It's pretty easy throw and catch stuff. All of that being said, I'm surprised you used me because one of our cohorts on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show actually said this. Well, I've seen enough. As a matter of fact, if Kenny Pickett, who was, by the way, the first quarterback the Browns brought in,
right.
They're all new, mm-hmm. He said, if he can't get on the field for week 2, I'd cut him. I don't need to see him. I've seen enough.
And that's the kind of mentality, Betsy, that we have developed here as Browns fans. As soon as we see something pretty, we're just like,
yeah, we're blinded by the shiny object, mm-hmm. Man.
This is why I just sit on the couch with my buffalo chicken dip and a beverage and just watch.
Let it wash over you.
Yeah.
And just wait and see what's going to happen.
Nothing you can do. Nothing wrong with a little hope, though, Joe.
I love how you ended your piece, though, because you're right. At least we have hopes to dash. Because honestly, three months ago, I didn't know what the hope was going to be.
Grizzly.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take it, right?
Well done, Mike, as always.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Thanks so much,
No
Mike.
problem.